In today's video, we're going through my favorite travel hacks that have saved me thousands of dollars traveling. And if you would like to try out Wise for yourself, you can use my link for a fee-free transfer of up to £500. Not many people know about this, but when you are a tourist visiting a foreign country, you may be able to claim your tax back at the airport for some of your purchases. There are so many countries around the world that offer this, including Europe, Japan, the UK, Canada, South Korea, and more. So this is how it works. All you need to do is show your passport when you go shopping, and some shops may be able to give you your tax back if your purchase is above a certain amount. In Japan, for example, they can actually give you your tax back at the shop directly when you buy it. But in some other countries, for example, some countries in Europe, when you are shopping there and you show your passport, they usually give you this form to fill out, and then you can claim your tax back at the airport when you're leaving the country. There are a few things to keep in mind with this one. You may need to bring all of the items that you have purchased in your carry-on bags if you are claiming your tax back at the airport, and your home country may have a tax-free threshold as well. In Australia, it's $900, so if you bring something in tax-free over this threshold, you may need to pay tax on it in your home country. Some banks, money changers, and credit cards may have hidden fees in their exchange rates, and some even have transaction fees on top of that, which is why when I'm traveling, I personally prefer to use Wise, who is also the sponsor of today's video. The Wise app is really easy to use. You can transfer money from your home currency onto the Wise app, and then you can spend in the local currency wherever you are. You can hold 40 different currencies in the Wise app, so you can spend it whenever you need. And this is one of my favorite use cases for Wise. Let's say, for example, you're traveling overseas and you're in Europe and you have a friend transfer you back some money to pay you back for dinner in euros. You can actually hold these euros in your Wise account, and let's say, for example, the next day you're traveling around Europe and you need to spend some euros, you still have that money that your friend has given you in euros in your account that you can use to spend on whatever you like. And the great thing about that is, since you already have euros in your account, you don't need to pay for any currency exchange fees. Something else that I really love is Wise is always very transparent about their fees, because you'll always know exactly how many fees are charged for each transaction. Wise is also really great if you are a freelancer or if you're a business owner and you have clients overseas. You can easily receive foreign currency, and you can also easily send foreign currency to people overseas as well. And you can also hold these different currencies in your Wise account, so the next time that you go to visit a different country, you can spend that currency that's already in your account without paying for any extra foreign exchange fees. Pro tip: whenever you're traveling overseas, always select to pay in the local currency, not your home currency. And this is because a lot of ATMs and FPOS machines may not give you a very nice exchange rate if you choose to pay in your home currency. And that's why I always pay in the local currency. Withdrawing cash from an ATM is free with your Wise card, up to 350 Australian dollars per month. But keep in mind, some banks and ATM providers may add their own fees. You can also set up to 3 different digital cards with Wise, and you can use these cards to pay for things online and in store. And for an extra layer of security, you can even set up spending limits and freeze your cards. So if you would like to try out Wise for yourself, you can use my link for a fee-free transfer of up to £500. If you want to go on holiday somewhere but you're not quite sure where to go, I'm going to show you this really cool Google Flights hack. So all you need to do is go onto Google Flights, don't put in a destination, and don't put in a departure or return date, and then just click on Explore. And now it will bring up a list of all of the different places that I can travel to from my location. And if I zoom out, it even gives me some options on where I can travel to internationally and how much it costs for a return trip. This will be for a 1-week trip in the next 6 months. However, you can always change the criteria here. So this is a really handy tool if you know you want to go somewhere, but you're not quite sure where you want to go. One of my favorite hacks by far is booking business class flights for less than the price of economy seats. And the way that I do this is by using my frequent flyer points. I use credit cards to pay for most of my expenses, so that I can earn points for every dollar that I spend. But I always make sure that I pay back everything that I owe in full and on time, so I'm not charged any interest. And some other travel perks that I have with my credit cards is complimentary domestic and international travel insurance and complimentary business lounge invitations, so I can chill out in the business lounges before my flights. Here's a cool travel hack that you may not know about. If your flight has been delayed or cancelled in Europe and you would like to claim some compensation, all you need to do is go onto this website and you can make a claim through here just by clicking through what went wrong and following the prompts to find out how you can make your claim. Last year I was in Finland and my flight was delayed by more than 3 hours, and I actually was able to receive that 250 euros, but you have to know about it because the airlines don't openly advertise this. And here's a handy compensation table you can check out. For all flights 1,500 kilometers or less, you get 250 euros for a delayed flight. If it's an internal EU flight over 1,500 kilometers, you can receive 400 euros. And if it's a non-internal EU flight over 3,500 kilometers, you can receive from 300 euros to 600 euros. If your flight is delayed or cancelled in the US, you may be able to receive compensation. However, there are no federal laws requiring airlines to provide compensation. But something that you may not know is that if you have been bumped from a flight that's been oversold in the US, you can receive up to $1,550 in compensation. And here's another really handy table that you can check out. If it's a 0 to 1 hour delay, there's no compensation. If it's a 1 to 2 hour delay, you can receive 200% of a one-way fare, capped at $775. If it's over a 2-hour delay, you can receive 400% of a one-way fare, capped at $1,550. If your flight is delayed or cancelled in Australia though, unfortunately there are no federal laws requiring any sort of compensation from airlines. We don't have the best policies here unfortunately, but each airline has their own policies and they may be able to give you some sort of compensation. Did you know you can get into the business lounge for free even if you're not flying business class? Some credit cards give you complimentary business lounge invitations, so you can enjoy the business lounge before your flight and even bring a friend. This next tip is a really cool hack that has honestly saved us thousands and thousands of dollars. Before you book a hotel, send that hotel an email asking them for a discount. The worst thing that could happen is the hotel ignores your email or they just say no. But in my experience, a lot of hotels do actually give you a discount code because they actually prefer you to book their hotel through their own website rather than you booking through an external platform, because these external platforms usually take commissions from the hotels from 20 to 30%. So they'd rather pass on this discount to you than have you book through a third-party website. And this is a handy email template you can use. I'm planning to go to XYZ between X and Y, and your hotel came up and looks amazing. I was wondering if you are open to offering me a discount so I can book directly through your website rather than going through a third party. Thanks so much for your consideration. I'm keen to hear back from you either way. Like I said, the worst thing that can happen is they say no, but in my experience, this has actually saved me quite a lot of money. So I hope it works for you too. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it useful. And don't forget, you can sign up to get a fee-free transfer with Wise of up to £500 using my link below. And let me know in the comments, where are you planning to travel to next? I'd love to hear from you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!